the True Annoying Gnome Twitch channel. I'm Kale, your Dungeon Master. And with me is Petrum and Layden, or rather Miles and Wes, who play Petrum and Layden. The call to adventure has gone out, and, well, they've answered at least. We're not sure where everyone else is, but we'll be starting shortly here. I suppose I could recap in that time. So, when we last left our heroes, about a week ago, exactly a week ago actually, they had gone to receive their money from the Master Beetle of the town of Grandstone Glen. And there was not enough money in his desk or treasure chest to cover the cost, so money was sent away for the counting house. During that time, due to a curse on the blade that Micah carries, which he recovered from the tomb of the matriarch of the Huebeck family line, he was forced to strike down the beetle. And so the players were dealing with the after effect of that. Micah fled and used disguise self to change himself into a bureaucrat and kind of hung around. There were several near misses where Belisai would have massacred the room if not for the intervention of Petrum and Mirabel. And Layden eventually was able to restrain the spirit within him. They were able to negotiate with the resuscitated Master Beetle in order to get their payment, and then potentially negotiate another payment of bringing in Micah, although that negotiation never reached fruition. During that time, Micah, disguised as a bureaucrat, was able to intercept the payment of gold and make his way to Sundabar. He sent a message for his party, explaining to them that he had taken the gold and where to find it. When the payment didn't arrive, they went with the Master Beetle to the counting house after finding out that it had been hijacked, and they convinced him that he was still liable or on the hook for the gold that was missing. So they were paid a second payment of equal value, which they then carted off down the road to Sundabar after stopping at the Dwarven Teat and converting some of it to coin by trading it to the Dwarven people that inhabit the halls under the Dwarven Teat, beyond the door of the Silver Cellar, as it were. On the way out, they did hear rumors that there were other issues with undead in the area, but they were undecided what to do with it at that point in time. And since then, they've been traveling for about 3 days in order to meet up with Sir Micah in Sundabar. Gentlemen, did I miss anything that you can remember?
Nope. Well, it sounded good to me. Yep.
Oh, there he is. We're going to give Miles a little more volume here. Should be good to go. Okay. So, stream, let me know if anyone is coming in too loud or too quiet now. Everything should be pretty balanced on our end. But we always like to hear feedback from you all out there. So, You've been traveling for 3 days to Sundabar. Uh, what well, have you been discussing anything during the travel, or would you just like to pick up uh, at um, at Sundabar, since the guard of Sundabar is pretty good at keeping the roads safe?
Well, that's good. I probably wouldn't discuss anything in particular. I might make small talk about smithing, but nothing important.
Okay.
Um, Layden will. I don't. I guess I'll just be pretty much normal.
Okay.
We're all in like the same carriage with our gold.
Yeah, you have. My understanding was that you had a large wagon or cart of some sort, being pulled by about 4 horses, and you can all ride it if you so choose.
Now, did we ever get our like funds broken down into like larger bills or some shit?
Some of the gold was taken to the dwarves at the Dwarven Teat, who were able to convert it into gold coins, roughly half of it. Uh, but the rest of it is still in gold bars.
Okay.
So yes, about half of it is solvent or usable currency. The other half of it is still technically usable currency. You would just need to use it to make large scale purchases. Like, a horse merchant, for example, might accept a gold bar or two for a horse and call that even.
Okay.
Um,
Oh
mm,
shoot,
what's up?
we never went back to Gordia's, did we?
You did not.
Fuck.
What do we need to do there?
Well, we went to her to figure out why her potions were inside that you know the big boss
Monster,
guy.
the monster, the Cauldronborn. That's what it's called.
Yeah, she said that she'd give us more information if we checked on the kid. That's why we went to that dirty ass dwarf. Oh, that's my bad.
He has a name.
Dirty ass dwarf.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not gonna argue
D
too much.
A D. Dad.
Yeah, no, no. Call me dad. No, nope.
I'm your I'm your daddy. Uh-uh.
Ugh, it's so dirty. It's so
Well,
dirty. All right.
potential lost, I guess.
I mean, it doesn't mean you can't go back there some other time. It's just,
It's not on the cards right now. All right.
well, unless you wanted to buy a horse when you get to Sundabar and ride back, it would only take about a day and a half. But yeah,
No,
that would separate you from the party.
yep. That's not good.
Although if two of our party is missing, that could be an interesting side quest. So we'll see.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Okay.
All right. So no, no, no. I'm trying to give you a good description of the city here. Um, Sundabar is a double-walled, circular fortress city, famous for its miners, mastersmiths, and woodcarvers. Um, it is a harsh, treeless place, which could be described as all stone and suspicion. It sort of sits on top of a cliff structure, below which is parts of the Underark and a volcanic rift referred to as the Everfire, which is said to be the source of many a magic weapon. Um, it is known to be one of the wealthiest and most warlike cities of all of Faerun. Not even just the north, but all of Faerun. Um, and famous for wood and metal exports. Um, it it is constantly seen to be um, sort of at war with the various orc clans and tribes that kind of wander the area or traverse the area. Um, and it has an icy moat that is rumored you hear on the road to be just completely filled to the brim with man-eating eels. You don't know whether or not that's true, but that's what you hear. Um, it's guarded by at least three different companies of soldiers, not to mention the dwarves that live below, near the Everfire. Uh, there are constantly jobs to be had for mercenaries and adventurers that want to help control the orc population.
You're me. We like jobs.
So well, not that you need the money, but yes. Um, there are two major temples. There is a shrine to Joaquin, as I previously told Micah. There is a shrine to the goddess of trade, but the two major temples are the temple to Helm the Watchful, god of duty and guardianship, and Tyr, god of justice and balance.
Hmm.
Um, which is interesting, I suppose, because the last city had a ban on those religions.
Oh,
So yes,
so we're just getting into town. Uh, nothing too crazy. You
yes.
know.
The Stone Sworn, the guard of the town, eye you suspiciously as you enter, but no more suspiciously than the others, the other people that are traveling. Um,
Okay.
you, um, okay, so, um, so yeah, the stone shields watch you suspiciously, as you enter, and the shield sar, which are like the guardians of the wall, um, stare down and watch you as you pass. You get the feeling that as outsiders, you're going to have to get used to having eyes on you.
Okay. Um, are there? Well, I guess we probably want to find um, somewhat of a safe place for the money. We can't just kind of cart it around and just leave it there, leave it
I
hanging out.
mean, as the DM, that would be fun for me, but you guys wouldn't like it. Um,
Yes, we drove a hard con to get that money.
yes, you did. I like it. Drove a hard con.
Um,
I'm amused.
so you said this is a temple of Joaquin.
There is a shrine to Joaquin,
Oh, shrine.
but it does offer money changing services up to its capacity. Now, um, whether or not Micah, I couldn't think of the character's name, has pushed it past capacity is a different question.
No, I guess we don't know that, right? So
Yes,
probably be okay to head there, see
yes.
what they've got
There is
available.
also a rather large dwarf clan here, and they would be able to exchange money to some degree. You're fairly sure.
Okay, we can diversify our portfolio. It's fine.
Um, Oh, I do want to make one correction to what I told you. The moat is actually between the two walls, which is weird, but okay.
All right.
Um,
It's a surprise for any invaders. They get through one wall and then they have to go vault. So
right? I mean, I
it's like, God
guess
damn it.
it's cool in concept.
Yeah.
Um, just
Surprise mode.
a little strange. Surprise mode.
So dwarves do.
If you ever decide to build a keep, can you have a surprise mode, Wes?
Sure,
At least one.
at least one, maybe two. We want
Break through the second wall. There's another mode. God damn it!
might not be a surprise at that point, so maybe it's a could be over.
Is that just making a moat of annoyance? All right. So you want to make your way to the temple or the shrine, sorry, of Joaquin. No problem. I can do that. Um, what are these people called? Um, boop boop boop. Going through my notes. Okay, there we go. Yes. So you make your way through the streets. There's a lot of carts moving wood and metalwork and raw goods into the city and worked goods towards the gates. Um, there you see a lot of dwarf crafted stuff. Um, you see blocks for masonry, that sort of thing. As you make your way through with your horses, you come to the Temple of Joaquin, and it is a brilliantly designed marble and gold structure, about 1.5, 2 stories tall. Um, it's fortified. It looks like it kind of looks like a bank, to be honest. Um, so it has this nice marble walled in courtyard. There are two heavy doors and a portcullis on the outside, but they're currently open and the portcullis is raised, and you can walk up the marble stone pathway to the main central shrine. And the light of the late spring sun is glinting off all the gold and silver fixtures, showing off the wealth that is the Church of Joaquin.
Excellent.
Several golden eyes, which are like her elite clergy, um, are either double checking the books or otherwise engaged in their sort of religious duties. Um, because balancing the books and making sure the finances are in order is part of the religious dogma and behavior of the clergy.
It's a ritual.
Yeah, I mean um good finances is sort of a sign of good works type of thing.
Yeah.
Um
Okay.
so they almost remind me of, I don't know if you ever read the David Eddings series, but I kind of read them like the Church of Nirdra in that regard, where they're very focused on uh um proverbs and things that help the merchants and help the moneymakers. So
Okay. Cool.
do there are a
Good.
number of small fountains here and there. This is probably an important part of her ritual. So there's a number of small fountains here that are kind of off to the side in these private little like three-sided alcoves, almost like a wishing well at a mall. And it seems to be like where they would go, or where you would go to say a private prayer to Joaquin, because part of
Okay.
her ritual is ceremonially tossing a coin into a bowl or into a fountain.
Okay.
And so, like the act of giving a coin to a poor person and putting it in their like beggar's bowl would also be a form of worship for people of this church.
Oh,
Like that would be seen as a holy act.
okay.
Um. So yes,
Cool.
I think I've waxed on about their religious practices enough.
You
Um.
set the stage very well. Do we catch the eye of any gold eyes?
Um. A few of the acolytes give you notice as you approach with your cart. But given that none of you updated your style of dress or anything, they assume you're just traveling merchants.
Okay.
They assume you're just here for like a standard merchant's blessing, and most of the acolytes and golden eyes are busy dealing with much more expensive-looking folk.
Can I triumphantly throw the um, throw whatever kind of covering we have over the gold off of our cart?
With like a flourish,
Yeah.
excellent. Yeah, go for it.
Maybe use my light to enhance the glitteriness.
Oh, now we're being fancy. How about just for how about just for kicks? You throw me a perform check with advantage
All right.
using your spellcasting stat.
Okay. Perform with wisdom.
Yes.
Oh, so plus, plus 3. That's a non-natural 20.
Damn, son. All right. You throw off the covering, casting your light spell upon the gold, which gleams even brighter than it should under the sunlight, and you hear gasps from around the courtyard as several of the acolytes kind of lose their composure, and even one of the gold eyes has to kind of cough and sputter a little bit to cover his surprise at your unveiling. And he looks up and says, "Ah, good sir, are you here to make a tithing to the church?"
We're here to exchange money. As you can see, the our cart is quite unwieldy, and we'd like to do something.
I see, I see. No tithe. Disappointing. Still,
Maybe,
nonetheless,
maybe a
are
tithe
you?
for your
Ah,
service.
okay, okay. I will be. I will help you personally. I am the Grand Golden Eye of this shrine, the High Priest. Um, and no one is better at the handling of your finances than me. You could say I'm blessed. It's a little cleric humor. Don't worry if you don't get it.
I get it. I flash my holy symbol and I chuckle.
Yes. I
Yeah,
like you. You have skin that reminds me of a well polished gem. It's delightful.
it's a little creepy.
Yes.
I give him a hard look.
And is this your manservant, this child?
He is my companion.
I see. So which one of you has your books so we may begin the transaction?
Actually, I think that's our other companion who's yet to arrive.
Ah, I see, I see. Very well. Will you be looking for letters of credit, or you looking for a coin, or are you looking for gems? How would you like to convert your riches?
We have plenty of coin, but credit and gems seems to be would be would be sort of what we're looking for.
That is good. That is good because not 2 days ago, our coin coffers were stressed. I think it's fair
Ah,
to say, stressed by a
yes.
rather foppish noble.
I see. Did he by chance say praise be the gold?
Something
Alas.
of that nature. I don't remember exactly what he said. I do know that he did he tithe. I don't remember. He he was a little loose with the tithing. I think. Mhm. He disappeared with one of our acolytes for over an hour.
Oh.
Anywho, a cleric of Joaquin does not talk about others' financial transactions. I should not be gossiping. I'm so sorry. Please come right this way. And he leads you into the interior of the shrine, where there are acolytes polishing statues of marble and gold. So tell me, how did Joaquin bless you with this wealth? Did you are you adventurers or did you inherit?
Adventurers, yes. We the service for a very generous noble.
Very generous indeed. How much is on that cart?
It doesn't look like I actually found how much we ended up getting. I think Mirabelle actually did. She literally has the books.
Well, that is not particularly helpful.
No. Um, I'm trying to remember how much that. Because I thought it was
I thought it was 3,500, basically doubled.
3,500 doubled. Okay. Well, yeah. That's since I didn't write it down. Let's
I
just go with that.
thought that's what it was.
35. That was that including the chest of gems.
The chest of gems
Then that
uh
was another.
were another 500, right?
Yeah, 500. Yeah, I'm gonna write it down since I should have done that to begin with. 3,500 doubled, and then 500 gems. How he suggests that I didn't do my job either. And then so half of the 7,000, so 3,500 was converted to coins. Then.
Okay,
Hold on a second, I'm gonna mute myself for a little bit.
no problem. So, Layton, how are you reacting to this temple?
He's just kind of taking it in. Um,
Are you impressed by all the displays of wealth, or do they kind of bother you?
Displays of wealth.
Yeah, all the marble statues and gold and everything everywhere.
No, he's just like taking it in. I mean, he's just kind of assuming that like this is it's supposed to probably be this way. He doesn't, you know, he's not really having anything to compare it to.
Yeah, and there
So
probably wasn't this much treasure even in your father's treasure hut.
yeah, but he just came from like the dungeons where there was a shit ton of treasure. So it's not
That's
like
true.
completely blowing him away. Um, he's just kind of uh hanging out and like
Okay.
a little bit behind Petrum.
Any plans to update your clothing or get something that's a little less furs and leather once you get out of here? Or
I think it depends on whatever the group wants to do. I think
yeah, fair enough.
he's unless everyone else is going off on their own, I think he's you know just gonna ride along with whatever the group is choosing kind of to do. I know we probably have to find Sir Micah, so
Well,
um,
once or while Petrum and the priest are talking, one of the acolytes will will approach you and say, "That's a pretty fancy weapon you have there. Where did you get it?"
Oh, thanks. It's I guess I oh, I bought it.
Oh, okay. Um, well, it looks expensive. Do you use it often?
Um, Only when we're adventuring.
You're an adventurer. That must be exciting.
Yes, it quite is. Um, we enjoy uh slaying the bad guys.
The only bad guys I've ever fought in are bandits. Sometimes when I get to help transport, money or goods from the temple to another temple.
Oh, I'm sure we could handle bandits quite easily. Um, we are the A team, as they call it, and we are DTF.
What does that mean?
Um, I'm still trying to figure it out for myself.
Okay. Um. Well. So you're contracted adventurers now. Like you have a team name and everything.
Yeah.
That
Um,
must be really exciting. What's the scariest thing you've ever killed?
well, there was this thing that was tentacly that came out of the ceiling, and we handled that. Um, and then there was this like little goblin. He had a stick. He was easy to, um, I guess, seduce.
Seduce? You seduced him?
Well, uh, he was easy to uh, control in a way, I suppose. So you could say, yeah, I was seduced. We did somewhat seduce him, I suppose.
Being an
That's what.
adventurer sounds a little gross, but
Doesn't have to be.
It wasn't like that. You used him to fight the blobby thing that was literally just swallowing like goblins. I don't know. It was quite odd, but we took that down too.
well, that's really impressive. I'm not part of any adventuring team or anything. I don't really get to leave the temple much, but your story sounds really exciting.
Oh yes, our stories will be told all over the land one day. I think.
Do do other adventurers like is DTF something that a lot of adventurers say? Is that something I should be saying to adventurers?
Definitely.
Well, I think I know it's something that we do. Um, so I think lots of adventurers probably do it too.
Well,
Yes. Down to frolic. Down to frolic.
my name is Zild, and if you're ever looking for a cleric of wealth to help you find your way to treasure or whatnot, please, I would love to go on an adventure with you and be down to frolic as well. I think it sounds really exciting.
Your name is Zell
Zild, yeah,
Zild Zild. Well, okay. I
it was
guess
it
I'll let
was
you know.
It was really nice to meet you, Layden. He holds out his hand to shake yours.
Elaine kind of looks at him and reaches out his hand, and his grip is a lot stronger than the cleric probably thought.
Ow, 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 ow!
Well, sorry about that. We tend to have somewhat not full control of that sort of thing. I apologize.
Oh, okay, well, it was still really nice to meet you. He kind of kisses his hand and pulls it back to his chest. Um, and the High Cleric, who has been talking to Petrum about what type of gems and letters of credit would be best suited for him, turns and looks at Mirabelle when she speaks and says, "Oh, is this is this your book servant? Is this the servant with the book?"
My companion that is the bookkeeper, yes.
Oh, companion, I'm sorry. I'm so used to dealing with nobility.
Do we look like nobles to you?
No, but if I had your amount of wealth, I would travel in disguise too.
Noted.
I'm noble as fuck.
I was not expecting that. I didn't know he was in the chat. That just came out of nowhere. Okay.
Can Sir Micah actually just walk in, just kind of out of nowhere, and say, "I'm noble as fuck"?
You know what? I'm good with that. Walks back in with whatever acolyte he was voting when he first came into town.
Must be an off day. We didn't hear you.
Oh yeah, Andrew, I kind of made that up for Sir Micah while you guys were away.
Sometimes I'm into the quiet stuff.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Choking.
No.
Does this poor young acolyte have bruises on their neck?
Don't worry, they were consensual.
Could be the other way around.
Always consensual. Always.
No charm person involved.
No.
When you're me, you don't need that, honey.
Fair enough.
Honey?
I've been called worse. Alright, so the High Priest, the Golden Eye, will turn and say, "Oh, sir, what was the assumed name you were going by?"
I used to rock that game.
What
Andrew,
happened?
what was the assumed name? Dinglesworth?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dinglesworth.
That was Dinglesworth.
Ah, yes, High Lord Dinglesworth. Petrum, this was the noble I was telling you about. That had been using our exchange services.
Classic.
Hello, gentlemen and lady.
Good afternoon.
This
Now
asshole.
By the
Fair
way,
enough.
Andrew, just so I know, what was the excuse you gave the Shrine of Joaquin for all the wealth? Like, they would have asked you, are you an adventurer? Are you a noble? How did you come by this?
I don't need an excuse. I'm noble as fuck.
Okay, so you told them it was family wealth or noble wealth of some sort.
I told them nothing and let them assume everything.
Okay, fair. He is perhaps one of the wealthier nobles in the city. Perhaps now that you are newly enriched, you will be traveling in the same circles.
New money.
Maybe, maybe not. So, what can we do about the credit and the gems?
How much of it would you like to convert to credit? And we'll convert the rest of it to gems.
How much do we have again, Maribel? I didn't write down what we got.
Hang on, she's MIA momentarily.
Ooh, okay. Never mind. One moment, please. We're looking through our books.
Ah, very well, very well. Yeah, yes. We'll look up the gems while we're waiting.
Can I use a religion check to see what kind of like what's an
Sorry,
excessive?
guys, I got snacky.
No worries.
Snacky is an acceptable excuse.
Indeed. Can I,
I
make?
missed what you asked, though. I apologize.
Oh, sorry.
How much? How much did we end up making from the job? The last job. I didn't write down how much we made.
Oh, how much gold we got?
Yeah,
Like the exorbitant amount of gold?
yeah.
Uh,
These bank priests want details.
I'm pretty sure we got like a stupid amount.
35,000 is what I thought, but
Yeah, it was. That's right.
plus some gems?
Yeah,
Very-
yeah, lots of gems.
Plus like 5 on top of that. And I said double it. And we have Sir Micah's amount.
What we got?
Whoa. I have Sir Micah's amount.
Uh
And that's how
Well-
the party was split.
oh.
I will tell you right now, Layden is not going to be one to keep you from your money. It's the other two that you'll have to worry about.
Whoa. Whoa.
Shots fired.
I'm just saying. No. I'm just saying, like, Layden in character is not going to give a shit. He
I know.
has his money.
I'm just playing around.
Actually, you guys owe me money. You have my share of our winnings.
Bold, very bold.
Are you having this discussion in front of the priest?
Layden will say,
And we got it doubled.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Well, okay. So you owe me double my original earnings.
Damn it, Layden.
So you all
What?
know each other, says the priest. Interesting. Well, then I suppose my introductions were unnecessary. I apologize.
We hadn't seen him in a while, so it's kind of we didn't recognize him.
I don't suppose the High Lord was the generous noble that you spoke of earlier.
Hi, Lord.
That's
Yes.
me.
Oh, no.
He was decidedly not.
No, I give Sir Micah his ring back.
Ooh, wonderful. Thank you. I hope you kept it clean.
It's clean.
Cleaner than when you gave it to him.
I show him the replica I made. That's on my hand. We
Ooh.
matching rings for all of us. Since
Ooh, I'll have matching mermaid pussies. I love it.
The priest's eyebrows kind of shoot up for a second,
it's our sigil.
and he twists his little beard. I see. Well, how soluble do you need these stones to be? Because we have a number of very fine fire opals, but they're valued at about 1,000 gold apiece.
How many do you have?
Is that too insoluble for you? Do you need something of smaller value?
Maybe if we could get some of those and then some of smaller value too. Get kind of like a mix.
We have about a dozen fire opals of the same good quality.
So that'd be 12,000.
Yes. I don't know how much you want in total value in gems.
What do we think, guys?
I don't know. I just know we can't keep traveling with this giant cart full of money.
We'll
Oh
take the
yes,
12.
that would be remarkably unsafe this far north. Although Sundabar is probably the safest of the cities.
Did you just threaten me, priest?
Of course not, High Lord. I simply suggested that traveling with large carts of money without sufficient escort is unsafe.
Shots fired.
No one was threatening you, at least I was not.
He might have been calling you stupid, but not threatening you.
No, of course not. No one that is so blessed by Joaquin, the goddess of gold, could be stupid. Clearly, intelligence and cunning was needed to acquire such a vast fortune, if not by himself directly, then by the stewardship of his ancestors.
Yep. All true. All true. True dat, they say in the Northlands.
Is that what they say?
I don't believe that particular phrase, but
True.
if the High
Yep.
Lord says so.
Yes, I'm very well traveled, trust me.
His head does not need to get any bigger, please.
I apologize, my good halfling.
We'll take the 12 fire opals.
All
What else do you
right. Well, are you looking for bigger or smaller gems?
Smaller.
I have a number of black pearls, which upon resale would be around 500 gold.
Good. How many of those?
I have up to 20 of them available for purchase.
Dead man tell no tale.
He looks down at you and says, "This is true. Unless you want to acquire our Speak with Dead services we provide here at the temple."
How much of that is that?
I'm
The
intrigued.
Speak with Dead service?
Just curious.
Well, it depends if you file a will with us. If you file a will, it's part of the filing. Otherwise, it is 250 gold per question.
Wait.
I could ask any dead person a question.
As long as they have not been dead for an unreasonable amount of time, yes.
What's unreasonable?
Well, once the body really starts to rot, it's difficult to understand the voice when it speaks.
Lane will walk up to him and tug on his arm and say, "Well, he wants to know if you bite the head off and chew the brain, can you still ask it a question?"
Who is he? I'm sorry.
We.
Okay. Yes, you're learning how to be noble and speaking in the Imperial we, I understand. Yes, as long as the skull is mostly intact, it doesn't matter if the gray matter inside is missing. I mean, after all, not even the healers are really sure what that does.
But what if he bites it off and then it's just gone?
Like, you completely destroy the head?
I mean, he swallows it.
I'm sorry, who is he again?
We.
Well, why would you be consuming an entire being's head? That seems difficult. But imagine you did so, then yes, it would be difficult.
Well,
Maybe don't ask
Yeah.
those questions.
Layden turns around and says, "Oh, okay," and then runs back to where he was.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Alright, so, I have up to 20 black pearls.
We'll take those two.
All of them?
Yes.
Do you require any other Gems, precious stones, or jewels.
Do you have anything smaller than 500?
Yes, I can go as. And keep in mind, I'm not trying to insult you here, but I can go as small as. Um. Uh. Um, he kind of looks through his little book. Um. I can go as small as little ornamental stones worth about 10 gold apiece. I can somewhere around 50 gold, and I can do somewhere around 100 gold.
I didn't realize they had gold in that small of pieces.
Yes, it is mostly for common folk and merchants, but yes.
You can't see me, but I'm rolling my eyes.
Okay.
Do you have anything around that's valued at around 200, 300?
That would be more of a specialty piece. He
That's fine.
waves over one of the acolytes, and they begin talking to each other. Do any of you speak Gnomish?
No.
Then you cannot understand the conversation. But he says, hold on. DM's brain is slow. Yes. I have several truly flawless, dice. There's dice. I have several truly flawless, jet stones.
Flawless jet?
Yes, they would be worth around 200 apiece. Unfortunately, I only have about 4 of them.
Okay.
But you should take great care when handling them, because if you mar them or damage them in any way, they will decrease in value. The average jet stone is only worth about 100.
Mm.
But these are impeccable, truly impeccable specimens.
You'll need to use smaller words for them.
I'm sorry.
And by them, he means him.
They are truly beautiful pieces, without flaw.
What are the gems that you have that are valued at?
Without flaw, much like my body.
That are valued at what, Wes? I'm sorry, you cut out.
What are the ones that are valued at 100? How many do you have of those?
Well, I have 10, I'm gonna butcher that, so I'm gonna re-roll. Alright, I have 10 garnets. 10 red garnets. Worth 100 gold apiece.
Okay.
This gentleman over here cleans me out of my coins, now you will clean me out of my gems. Certainly the goddess of wealth has blessed many people this day.
Indeed.
Not all of you.
So if we take all of those, that leaves us with 12,000 worth of bars left.
Okay. Would you want the rest of that in letters of credit?
Yeah.
Sure.
They will write you a letter of credit up to 1,000 apiece. Per letter of credit.
Okay.
So you'd have to carry around 12 letters of credit with you.
That's fine. I mean, I'm okay with that. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
As they unload the carts, he begins drafting up in very fine calligraphy, with sort of silvered ink on a crisp white bleached page with gold corners. These letters of credit.
Okay.
And they're then set in a very fine leather folio with gold corners and a silver tassel that ties it shut. Emblazoned on the front with the sigil of Joaquin. And if you like, they will emblazon your adventure company sigil on the back.
Yes.
Sigil? Sigil.
Yeah.
Sigil.
Sigil.
So once they see the ring and have some idea of what a mermaid pussy looks like, they will set their artist to replicating the device and then the name of the team. Excuse me, good sirs and madam, how many Y's are in A?
At least 3.
I was thinking 5.
13.
I'm going to go with 5.
Perfect.
Very well. Once the ink has dried, you may take your letters of credit. Thank you so much for your transaction. May the goddess of wealth continue to bless you, and we look forward to being your financial institution of choice in the future.
Nice.
I'm sorry. Hi, Lord. Was there anything else you required, or were you just meeting your associates here?
Sir Dingo Bear.
It's just waiting for their the money that they owe me.
Well, um, as a priest of the Lady of Wealth, I would highly suggest that you treat each other fairly in your dealings, and I wish you the best of luck in settling your debts. Should you need financial arbitration, our clerics are of course trained to be fair and judicious in their settlements, all for a modest tithe, of course. Wes, how much did you tithe?
Can I make a religion check to see what's appropriate?
Yes.
Not natural 20.
With this amount of wealth, they're not gonna blink their eye at a lesser tithe, but 10% is considered appropriate and will probably get you like a minor blessing or boon from the church in
Wow.
response.
Cool. Okay. Sure. I mean, we still have some of the coin left over, right? So we can just take it out of that.
Okay. So you give them their full expected tithe, 10%.
10%, yeah.
They in turn present you with a golden little coffer about the size of like a little music box, which contains powder. If thrown into embers, will create a alarm spell in about a 200-foot radius.
Fun.
They say it is to protect. It is to protect the merchants and wealthy travelers on the road, so that they are not surprised and taken advantage of by highway folk. There is enough in the container for 8 doses, 8 uses of the alarm spell.
Okay.
So, Sundabar, the most militant city of the north, home of metalworkers and woodworkers, a city of stone amongst the hills and valleys of the Sundabar Valley, land of helm and tear. What are we doing in this city? What's the plan?
Oh, first off, let's dole out the gems and the credit.
Okay, do you do that within the temple grounds? Do you want to?
Yeah, I'll do it in the temple grounds
Okay.
so that everything's fair and under the eyes of Joaquin.
Yes.
Fair trade, all that stuff.
Also, apparently, got us some coffee.
And coffee. Yep. So if we split it down 4 ways, we each get three 3 fire opals, 5 black pearls, 2 red garnets, and 3 of the credit. You guys want to
Damn.
And then the coin that we have in the gem chest, maybe we can just use that as like a common pool, company pool.
Yeah, to pay for like, lodging and whores.
Yeah,
Wait, whores come out of the company pool?
sure.
Sounds perfectly fair to me.
I
don't
mean,
know,
it's
man.
part of Pavlov's hierarchy of needs.
You're gonna have no problem recruiting adventurers, that's for sure.
Oh god.
Well, it's like, hey, wait a minute.
So, how much is that in gold if we were to break it down?
That would be if you value. Let's see.
Can you type out how and put it in like terrible Taurus tail, whatever the hell, anywhere? Just that, like how
The
much?
chat.
Yeah,
So that's 80,
each individual person gets
8,700 in gold value.
8,700.
I'll put it in the chat.
You might want to put what each gem is worth because you may not
Yeah.
get full value on resale depending on where you resell it. Temple of Valkeen will usually give you a fair price, but other places. Now, Andrew, you split your gold between Joaquin and the dwarves 50-50.
50-50.
Yes, that is correct.
Did you tithe anything to the temple?
Of course, as
Okay.
one was
Okay.
expected in the position of a High Lord. Also for their treatment and discretion.
Okay. So, do you have that in coin then, or do you want that in letters of credit from the
From
temple?
the
Fitty.
Okay.
Hold on a second. This is the money that Hugh took, right?
Whoa. Let's get
'Cause
some
isn't the
definition.
money
Yeah,
that he
he
took?
stole that money.
Yeah, isn't that half of our money?
Hashtag thief.
No, you have the money that we all earned from our adventure.
You stole the percent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If we look at it,
Found some carts of gold, and I took them. Who's to say whose that was? It's mine
It
now.
was our fucking gold.
You have your gold. It was paid by Huebeck. I happen to have more gold than you. There's no point in
You
jealousy.
can say Hugh back now without
What
freaking
a
the fuck
kilson.
out.
So
why don't we look at it this way? If it weren't for Sir Micah's hijacking of the gold, initial gold, we wouldn't have gotten this higher sum. So
Yes, you're all welcome, as am I.
How about Sir Micah just buys each one of us one gift each
Deal. I agree.
of
And-
our choosing?
I disagree.
Well, nothing over a certain amount. I mean, I don't want to.
I potentially agree.
I'm just saying, if it's like a new weapon that could help out the group, like you could get it. I don't know. Maybe that's a dumb idea. Sorry, I don't know.
new
There's no
weapons.
such thing as a dumb idea, Layden.
There is, but that was a good one. Good job.
I will buy us all dinner tonight. There. You're welcome for my generosity.
It better be expensive.
I only have expensive tastes.
All the meat,
all the meat.
not just shitty meat.
I agree.
Are we walking outside as we have this conversation?
yes.
That's up to you.
All right. I find the nearest peasant.
You find the nearest peasant. Okay. Walking along is a dwarven merchant or commoner of some sort carrying two hefty bags of flour over his shoulders. His face is covered in flour. His apron covered in flour.
Noble dwarf, what is your profession?
I'm a miller, sir.
Perfect. today you are a miller / feast preparer.
I really only make the grain, sir.
Here is 100 gold. You shall make us a feast. I want a roasted pig, loaves of bread, and a cask of ale.
1 cask of ale, you say. It's supposed to be a feast.
Well, that's for me. What are you going to drink? Looking at the rest of
I thought the drinks were part of the meal.
They are. He's just.
They are. He's just saying he's gonna drink that himself.
Can I have a sick goat?
Uh-oh.
What did
A
you just say?
sick goat.
And a sickly goat. And
Would you prefer a plump one for your feast, sire?
He likes to crunch it.
Well, he does. He does.
get a cask of mead and a couple casks of wine, and invite noble folk. It's a celebration, after all. Anyone in good clothes that looks rich, and you and your family can come. No more than 10.
I really only know people from the Undercity, sir. But
Perfect. Perfect. The underer the city, the better.
all right then, my lord. Where should I have this brought to?
Oh. What's the finest inn in the city?
The finest inn in the city, sir. Well, that would be. Hold on, are these inns or are these restaurants? 1 second, please. DM is distracted. Okay. These appear to be inns. Okay, cool. So the finest inn in the city, sir, would be the Firestar Chariot, located on Undle Lane, just due south of the circle.
Sounds pretentious. What's the 5th finest inn in the city?
The 5th finest inn in the city. Damn you, Andrew. Okay, the 5th finest inn in the city would be, I mean, if you're really looking for low class, would be, probably the Maiden at Midnight, or,
Yes, perfect. I want that one. The Maiden at Midnight, all the casks of ale, a whole pig, invite people, noble, under, let's just fuck the place.
Yes, you're looking for the trapdoor room, then,
Yeah.
if you really want to have
I like. Let's go to the back door room.
Okay.
Yes. Is 100 gold enough for you to do this?
A whole pig, then there's the ales, human or dwarven.
Yes.
In that case, you better make it 200. The dwarven ale runs a bit.
No. You misunderstand. The 100 gold is for you to do it. Charge the rest of it to the inn.
Of course. 100 gold is certainly enough. Thank you so much, sir. Do I bow? Do I shake your hand?
It's a dwarf.
I've never prepared a feast before. I'm not a feast preparer.
The dwarf.
Yes, he's a dwarf.
It's a dwarf scale. Please
Yes.
confirm.
He is a dwarf. He's a dwarf miller.
Excellent. A dwarf's word is his honor.
Yes.
If you lie to me, I will kill you and everyone you have ever met.
He looks at you very disturbed.
Here's 100 gold. Don't bow. Just shake my hand and make it happen tonight at sundown-ish.
He takes the fistfuls, or he takes the coins, unless you give them to him in like a separate pouch, and just starts putting them in his various apron pockets. He shakes your head and says, "A Thold will get it done, sir. Of course.
Perfect.
I will get this done."
Good. I'll see you and your family tonight at 11. It'll be grand.
Leaving a
little
bit
dirty.
of barley flour on your fingertips.
Yummy.
There, are you happy now?
A little.
And don't forget the goat.
And don't forget the goat and whores.
Oh,
But clean ones, cleanish ones.
Clean-ish ones. Oh, that's so good.
I mean, a little dirty.
You just
a
got
little.
that cleared up. Let's go with clean ones.
Yeah, I thought you were treating us.
All right. So you make your way to the circle and the maiden at midnight.
I'm pretty sure it was the trap door.
The trapdoor room is a particular area.
Ooh, I like it.
The maiden at midnight is the overall establishment.
Perfect.
Oh my god, I just read Volo's description of the escorts. Andrew's gonna have fun.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna be weird. It's gonna get weird. I apologize in advance. This is gonna get real weird. Okay.
And everyone's going to be into it.
So, you make your way to the circle, and it is as you're walking, you hear more people talking, especially those headed in that direction, and one passerby says it is the only bright exception to the rather depressing tavern prospects in Sundabar. Is how he describes it as he's passing to his friends. As you approach, it is a delightful place, which you can readily identify by its huge, elegantly glowing signboard, probably by magic. It depicts an elegant lady looking shocked with one hand on her mouth and the other clutching at the front of her evening gown.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck that sign tonight.
That's gross. Okay.
Accurate.
It is.
I can picture it now.
Who wants to put money on the fact that I will fuck that sign tonight?
I think none of us do because we believe it.
You'll get.
At least you'll just get splinters.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to figure out how much a healer will charge to fix that. That'll be fun. All right. The maiden inside is dimly lit and hushed. The walls are thickly hung with carpets and tapestries.
Much like a lady.
Okay, so moving on. Inside you see a staff which includes lizard folk women, gnomes, sprites, and very well put together human women. All of the women that you see, and many of the men, are indeed specimens to behold.
Yes. I have clearly chosen the correct place.
They're all down to frolic.
It is, yeah, they're all down to frolic.
Sounds good.
Looking around, the maiden is quite crowded, but it doesn't seem so. It's not like your average packed tavern. The place seems to be broken up by relatively private alcoves and corners by means of the many tapestries and partial walls.
We are going to feast here tonight, into tomorrow morning, possibly into tomorrow night.
Are you just saying that to the nearest worker?
As soon as I walk in the door.
Okay.
Also, let it be known, I will be fucking that sign. And then I point at the gnome, and I go, and you will fuck him, and I point at the lizard folk, while I hold its tail and insert that tail into her, pointing at a human.
The
So-
halfling, the handsome halfling male that has come over to greet you, just sort of stares at you for a moment, slack jawed, and says, "Of course, sir. Can we get a name for the tab?"
But only with consent.
Yes.
Yes, only if you consent. You may put the name under Sir
Dingleberry.
Duffeldorf Huebeck.
Wow.
Oh damn!
Hueback, like the folk from a few days east of here.
East of here.
Distant cousins, yes.
Duffeldorf, you said.
Yes.
Duffeldorf Hueback. I'm not familiar with the name. I must apologize. Your reputation does not precede you. Nonetheless,
In the
we
last
will prepare the tab.
Yes. Perhaps this will precede me, and I drop a sack of gold and gems on the.
Yes. Would you care to patronize our famous trapdoor room?
Yes. And once I'm in there, you will tell me what that means.
Of course. So he says, hold on. So dwarf, which name for the halfling?
The halfling.
We will call.
Oh, yes,
We will
yes.
call him.
An acquaintance of mine shall be bringing by some casks of drink, a pig, some other compatriots, some other party favors. There'll be hats.
Knackler is his name. Knackler Nibblewort.
Yes.
Quite a name.
Also, at least one of you will become my wife tonight.
Whatever for, says one of the sprites.
Ooh, it might be you.
Don't worry, it doesn't last.
Oh, how dare you say that to my potential 37th wife?
Exactly.
Of the year.
So Knackler Nibblewort will lead you to a room in the back, or rather a area of the back where he'll pull back this tapestry, revealing stairs going down.
Hit.
And he will, the trapdoors have been folded open and kind of bolted open. It looks like they could be closed, but probably they're only closed for private events. And as you make your way down, he leads you to these plush leather and satin couches, with velvet pillows and, all the rest. And there are these beautiful wooden tables and, kind of scattered about. And you can see, trapdoors in the ceiling, where, like, dumbwaiters are raised and lowered to, deliver drinks and food. And there are a number of poles and trapezes where, dancers descend from.
All right.
This is the
Who would like to pay
trapdoor room.
me on the trapeze?
Nope.
Yeah.
Naked.
Hard pass.
Fine. Where is my pig?
After about
Just sent him a little bit ago. Relax.
Knackler says, if you desire, sir, while you're waiting for your company, I would be pleased to be your personal butler.
I'm not sure you're willing to accept what that would entail.
He blushes and says, would you care for anything from the butlery? Wine, ale, mead?
Yes.
He
Fire
doesn't
wine.
understand your words
Yes.
very well, sir. You used butt twice. He's
Bring all of those things to me.
Yes, it will be done. Anyone else require any drinks while the staff are about?
I'll take a mead.
Of course, my lady.
You!
Right?
I point at a woman in the corner.
You point at whom?
A random pretty woman in a corner.
Okay.
I would like you to pee in a chalice for me, please.
Oh,
What
I guess.
is going on?
no. It is not late enough yet. You need to calm down, Sir Micah.
He half-elf smiles and says, "For 35 gold, that could be arranged."
That's it. I throw a sack of gold at her.
Get to pissing.
She will take a chalice behind one of the curtains. And
No,
fill
no, 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 not behind the
He needs to
curtain.
see it, apparently. Oh, God.
I want to see it come from the draft.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck is happening right now?
Layden walks out.
Yeah, okay. Where does Layden go?
He just fucking gets out of that room.
Okay. So
That,
you
man.
stay in the tavern, but you leave the trapdoor room.
Let the party begin.
I can't stop watching. It's like a train wreck. My head is tilted to the side and my mouth is slightly open and I'm
Okay.
just agog.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave too, saying that the Allfather would be displeased with me.
Oh, would you prefer it be dwarven?
Stop!
Oh my god.
I think that makes it so much worse.
So much worse, yet so much better. I pause for a second.
Are there any orcs around?
Nope, I start running.
No.
People don't like the orcs in this town, right?
This town is famous for its orc bounties, so no. Most of
Too
them
bad.
funded by the by the Church of Tyr. Okay, after about 2 hours of this random debauchery, a parade of dwarves and other partygoers come in rolling wheels of cheese and barrels, and you can hear the bleating of a goat, a sickly goat.
A sickly goat.
Whoa. They're killing it?
No,
No.
they can hear like it bleeding, like it's like the noise that
The
goats
goats
make.
make the bah noise. Yeah.
No, Sir Micah starts making that noise in the corner.
You can hear the pig. It sounds like they might have brought a cow and left it outside for getting milk for fresh cream.
Yeah.
Careful, Sir Micah might fuck that too.
They have a variety of different like prepared breads. So they've got like a parsley bread that's green. They've got one spiced with I forget what medieval spice they used to make yellow bread, but it's like there's green breads, and yellow breads, and blue breads, and there's pastries of every sort. It's ridiculous.
Color.
Who would like some yellow wine?
No.
The dwarves say, "We'll stick to beer or mead, sir."
Fine. I'll drink that too. Let the party begin.
So, is your plan
Did
just
anybody
to
ever
sort
watch
of stuff the...
Futurama? Because he's reminding me of that fat robot that has all the sex parties.
Caligula?
Yes, thank you for knowing that.
Caligula 3000 or whatever he is?
Yep.
I'm going to take that as a compliment since I've never seen it.
It's totally not.
Excellent.
So
He's
is
a-
there like a head table that like we're sitting at or something?
Yes, absolutely. If that's what you want, we'll make it so.
So all of your party
Yeah, prepare a
guests
head
just
table.
back into the trapdoor room.
Yes, pack them in.
Pack them into the back door.
Trapdoor.
I pay. I get to call it whatever I want.
Do you honestly pay the staff to refer to it as the backdoor room? Seriously?
I mean, only to agree with me when I say it out loud.
Okay. Good lord. Alright, is anyone else doing anything during this party? Anyone else is the key word.
Yes. Are there some attractive halflings by any chance?
Yes, besides for Knackler, there are a few other halflings. Well, there's about a dozen, maybe a few more mix of male and female halfling servants and escorts and things. Several of them do acrobatic routines on the trapeze and poles for entertainment.
My eyebrows just went up.
One of them is my designated ball handler. Their sole purpose is to just stand there so I can rest my hot balls upon their foreheads so they can cool off.
I
Oh,
will
thank God,
not
Amanda's here to save me.
participate with that person.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
I call it the hot sunglasses.
God. This is not the turn I thought that our night was going to have.
I know, right?
You're welcome.
I don't know, at the rate you're going, you might as well have just paid us each portion of your goal.
Please. I have a plan.
Oh, man.
Yeah, obviously you're charging it all to that ASAT. Except for the 100 gold you paid that one dude. I know how your mind works.
What was the, I stepped out to get a drink. How many people are at the party?
A lot.
A lot. Okay.
He
Big
didn't
group.
tell us how many. He just said that we packed them in
Okay.
to the back door room. As Sir Micah insists we call it.
Yeah.
Although, honestly, packing them into the trap door also sounds pretty good.
Right. They both work.
Okay.
So, as I
Andrew-
was saying, I was going to hit on an attractive trapeze artist halfling lady.
Okay. Well, since I already generated the name, let's do Andrew's ball handler.
Hot sunglasses.
A
Jesus
halfling male
Christ.
named Andlin.
Oh.
He is now your ball resting space because, of course, he is.
Poor bastard.
Yeah.
He's just holding your balls.
On his forehead.
He's literally getting a mushroom stamp on his forehead.
Sometimes they need a little lift and separation. And who better to do that than a halfling's forehead?
Obviously, who better? A gnome.
Oh, no. I have other plans for the gnome. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Let the party
You've
begin.
been saying
The
that
female
the
trapeze
whole time.
artist is. Oh, I can't pronounce that name. Azalina.
I'll just call you Oz for short.
Sure.
Or Lena. Which would you prefer?
Lena.
Lena it is.
All right. So you are getting cozy with just the single trapeze artist then? Or are you like Like
If she
Andrew, where you're
has if
spreading
she
it
has
around.
partners that she's performing with, I'll get cozy with them as well.
Okay.
What's my ball handler's name?
Andalin.
Andolin, put your finger in my butthole.
Dude, you are gonna have such an expensive tab tomorrow.
And now go put it in one of the other halflings' mouths.
That's
No explanation.
That is not consensual.
Yeah, is that true?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll on there.
Get their permission first, and then put their finger in your.
How much extra are you willing to pay? Said halfling.
Just do it. Put it on my tab. I don't care.
That was the wrong thing to say.
Uh-oh.
All right, so, what is Petrum doing right now?
Well, he's not used to this kind of scene, so he's got his pipe.
Go make out with Petrum. I pay someone.
Just sitting in the corner.
Like, you pay a halfling, you pay a gnome, you pay a human.
Yes.
No, you just like pay one of each type of escort. Go make out with Petrum.
Yes, one of them will stick.
Okay, Petrum, you are approached by a line of beautiful women, from lizard folk to...
And some men. I don't want to judge. I don't know.
Okay, you are approached by a line of beautiful men and women, lizard folk, halfling, gnome, sprite, human, half elf.
Sprite.
Hi, everyone.
We've been instructed to make out with you, sir.
Oh.
But they'll never tell you who told them to.
We did.
Did you shout that?
Yes, obviously.
Oh, it don't. It's okay. I'm good.
That's a lie.
If he doesn't consent, it doesn't happen.
It's true.
Sad.
He could just be a voyeur. It's fine. He's just watching.
Yes, maybe that's the thing. All of you make out with each other and let him watch.
Okay.
I will. I'm surveying the area. If there's like someone not in that group that got paid off that makes eye contact with me, I might go over.
Interesting. Very interesting. I'll let you know about that in a minute. Layden, what are you doing?
Layden's sitting at the table.
And hopefully none of this.
Waiting for them to bring him the goat. As soon as they bring the goat, he's going to grab the entire thing and behind the table. And you're going to hear a lot of vicious crunching, and there's going to be some squirting noises.
I
And
love squirting noises.
there will be a goat foot that goes kind of flying over the table. Or it hits someone, it's going to be snatched out of the air by a tentacle and brought back in. And after the noises are gone, Layden will cut up with this look of satisfaction on his face, completely destroyed in blood and gore, and just sit in the chair looking like he just had Thanksgiving dinner.
That makes me happy. Oh my god, that's so awful, but it makes me so happy.
And he's not interested in fucking, he's interested in the hunger.
Okay. So, if Micah sends someone over your way to, I don't know, take your V card or whatever, you're just not interested?
No. No.
He might smile at them with vicious fangs. This
Yeah, that'll do it.
lizardy tongue come out of his mouth, lick his lips, and then probably tell them in Malicai's voice he's already satisfied.
Being covered in blood too, that's going to be a deal breaker. Yeah.
Okay.
Malicai was very, very hungry since he didn't get to fight, so he took it out on that goat.
Poor goat.
Fair enough. Krista, I sent you the names and the hair colors of the 3 cousins that you are entertaining.
Which hair?
Entertaining or entering?
I mean,
Let's get this party
is
started.
it late enough in the evening for this? We're being a little flexible with the timeline, so both?
I'm a little bit more of a private individual, so
Oh, that's not any fun.
I might make out with this group of cousins, but then I'll
Yes.
invite them to a private room.
As they make out, I pour mugs of ale over them.
Nope. Nope.
Cal, does cans of whipped cream exist in
No!
Forgotten Realms?
Cans of whipped cream, no, but whipped cream itself, yes.
Close enough.
Someone bring that cow in. Also, someone get me the sign.
No!
It's time for the sign.
Already.
Ben's gonna go get the cow.
Okay.
No, don't let Lady get the cow.
Alright, well, I'm going to let you all go. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. We're going to go on break. We will continue this crazy debauchery nonsense when I return.
None of those words make sense.
All of those words make sense.
Did he mean to say?
I think we're having a wholesome good time.
Uh-huh. I'm sure you do.
Olson.
Okay. I have been muted. They can still hear you. I'm going to play music. And then we'll go on break.
I request dubstep.
No, I don't have that on a
You don't just have that laying around?
no, it's not on a
No
Sirenscape.
Skrillex? Come on.
It's not on Sirenscape soundboard.
Well, they need to get Whip It.
You know what?
They need to get this lit, as the kids
That's
say.
probably true.
Or Liddy City, as one of my coworkers says, on a
Nope.
regular basis.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. It just turned into like a super cash, like nice wine bar.
It's on the table. You want to grab it? Me too. Fucking filling my stream with filth. Oh, I will. It's called Just Desserts. Yes. I have returned. Going back to the stream in 3, 2. Oh, I guess I'm already live on the stream.
What? You're already live?
Didn't realize I did not mute my mic during break, but that's okay because I muted it.
You're all good.
Shut up, Kobe. God.
Okay. So, Layden has just destroyed a goat. Mirabelle is having some fun with some cousins. Not her cousins, but some acrobat cousins. Micah is doing his best Caligula impression. And Petrum, you have caught the eye of a let me reroll.
Harpy.
I forgot.
No, it's
Oh,
not
no.
a harpy.
My weakness.
Ugh. They don't know that story, Wes. They don't know. So that's when we do your behind the scenes for the Q&A, you can talk about that if you like. But you draw the attention of a slender young female who apparently has some elvish blood but doesn't quite look half elven.
Okay.
And in her hair, there are streaks of silver and pink.
Okay.
And she notices that you're uncomfortable, and she'll make her way over.
Oh, okay.
She will say to you, "We don't have to do anything debaucherous if that is not your way. Touching the holy symbol of Moradin on your chest, but that doesn't mean I can't keep you company, and at least cover your eyes every now and then."
Her vagina lips.
With her mermaid. Well, that would be. You don't need to cover my eyes. I've seen plenty of terrible things. But company would be nice.
I mean, I could come sit with you.
No.
She will curl up next to you on one of the sofas.
Okay.
And she will. She's quite honest about providing nothing more than company, unless you're otherwise interested.
We'll see how drunk I get.
Fair.
Challenge accepted.
Layton went out to get the cow, correct?
I thought we said no to that.
No.
I mean, you all shouted no, but I don't know if that stopped Layton.
That's true.
That's true. I didn't actually try to stop him because I don't really want to.
So, Layton, on your way out to get the cow?
Yeah, I get the cow.
Okay. You go out to get the cow, and you hear one of the dwarves talking in a low, serious tone to the other to one of the other dwarves. The first dwarf that is speaking appears to be from your party. The other appears to be a very mournful member of some sort of dwarven guard or militia by his garb, by like the clothing he's wearing, and the armor and stuff. You don't have a. Do you speak Dwarven?
You tell me. I don't fucking know.
No, I don't think so. So roll an insight check for me.
Do I add anything to it?
I'm checking, but I don't. I think
13 on the die.
your wisdom is pretty moderate, if anything.
Probably just a 13 then.
Okay. I'm checking. Quick, I've got a screenshot of your character sheet. Layden, there we go. Character sheet level 2. You add +1, so you're at 14. You get the sense this is some sort of like bereavement type. The soldier is here delivering news that perhaps a loved one or a lover or something has passed in the line of duty.
Okay.
The one of the sprites flies up to you as you try to bring the cow into the tavern, and goes, "Oh no, young man. There's already a pig. There's already a goat. We are a tavern, not a barn."
Sir, the goat's gone. Or is it a girl? I can't tell.
It's a sprite, so it's hard to tell.
Well, it's gone.
Layden, just think, what would Sir Micah do?
No, bad plan.
Well, you see, sir, actually, the goat has went out the other door, and we need to bring the other animal in. We're swapping one out for another. And you know what? If you don't like it, you can put it on the tab.
We will. We will put it on the tab.
And he
Young
points
one.
at him.
Okay,
And
well, you do that then.
The sprite will fly out of the way. Not that you couldn't have just, easily brushed past him, but you make your way downstairs with the cow. Go ahead and make a handle animal roll, which is wisdom based, so +1 for you, unless you have that.
18 then.
We are actually adding, just +1, so 18. You are able to coax the cow down the stairs, but it really doesn't want to go, and drops a cow pie right in the middle of the stairs as you bring it down.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Micah, how serious were you about them fetching the sign?
I mean, I did make some promises.
Okay. About 10 minutes after Layton brings the cow down, the sign is brought to you.
Yes.
For the record, I have already left with the cousins, and we have a private room.
Okay. Is that
Where
going
we're
on the
doing
tab as
things.
well, or did you pay for that separately?
Well, if I have to pay them, it goes on the tab.
No. Not for the ladies. We'll make a persuasion check to see whether or not you pay them. But I'm talking about the private room.
Oh yeah, well, I assume we're staying the night, so I want my own room. So
Okay.
that is on the tab as well. Yes.
Okay, it goes on the tab. Make a persuasion check. With advantage, because compared to all the other shit they could be asked to do, spending a little romantic time with you is nothing.
She's just getting them warmed up for me.
It's terrifying.
Gross. $15.
There is some discussion about whether or not coin will be exchanged, but at the end of the discussion, no coin is exchanged. They're just happy to leave with you.
All right.
Do you want to roll on the chart?
Yes, I want the chart.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay.
Chart.
This is gonna be a
To
little
be clear-
complicated.
This is a foursome, correct?
Yes, because I have to roll 3 times, and then there's some averaging involved. Oh dear Lord. Okay. There we go. There's the chart. I found you. So 6 plus 2 is
Do I need
8.
to roll anything for you?
Yes, hold on one second. Not 8, 9, 6. So 8, 9, 6, and then roll 2d6 and add your charisma modifier.
If by add you mean subtract.
Oh, good.
6.
6. Plus 6. Right. Divided by 4. 7.25, so rounding down, that is a 7. And you rolled the lowest, so you get to describe what happened. It got weird. Whoever rolled the lowest made it weird, and the other participants get to dictate how it was weird. Okay, so I'm not doing that. So you just get to dictate how you made it weird. It got weird.
Hoop dollar.
I don't know. I made the cousins make out. and do things to each other, and I just sat there watching.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Straight
But I
true
didn't
lies.
actually like touch myself. I just literally sat there watching them do that for a while.
Yeah,
So this
I
is
can.
true lies.
Yep.
Okay.
But
Fair.
then eventually, I was like, "All right, you guys get on over here. Let's do this thing."
Okay. All right. Fair.
Andrew keeps trying to rest his testicles on my head. Knock it off.
I don't even know what. Nope. Just nope.
Guys, I'm trying just to stay immersed in my character.
All right. Get into it, Alia. Yeah.
I'm
so
a
glad webcams are only on for me. So glad.
He has on underwear.
It doesn't necessarily make it better.
No, I agree, which is why I said nope.
It's fair. All right. All right. So, Andrew, I'm not going to average the ridiculous amounts of d6s I'm going to need to roll for your shenanigans at the end of the night. So, I'm just going to give you.
Allow me to help you out. Shit got weird.
That's fair. I mean, I think we could just default to that at this point.
Yeah.
When it starts with pissing in a chalice, there's really nowhere else for it to go. All right. So,
Could you please roll for the sign to make sure she enjoyed it?
Fuck the sign.
You want me to
That
roll
guy
for the
flipped his
sign?
tail,
Okay.
That person.
Oh shit!
Does the
I
sign
rolled
do
a
great?
2 and the sign has a -6. This is gonna get fun.
So many splinters.
Yep.
All right, Andrew, roll 2d6 and add your charisma modifier.
Can I just say that I love D&D?
I think there are a number of people who would say this doesn't generally qualify as D&D, but sure.
Well, they are wrong.
It does.
We're gonna end up on like the there are gonna be stories on us told or stories about us told on Reddit.
11.
11. Okay, so this would qualify as the first time you two have gotten together. So that becomes a 10.
Far as you all know.
I would also say it's the first time for the sign period. So
Two.
the sign is now at -5. How do I average negative numbers again? I don't remember. Okay, so add them together. So that would be 11 minus 5 is 6. Divided by 2 is 3. There we go. I can do math. Failure to launch. Whoever rolled the lowest, which would be the sign, had performance issues, and nothing came of it. Pun intended. So you jam your dick against this thing repeatedly, but it doesn't get you off. You do, however, get splinters because this is the weirdest session of D&D I've ever had to DM for. And someone gets punished.
I will then have some people pick out the splinters with their teeth.
I'm sorry, Kale. Does he need to roll damage?
No, we're not going to take it that far. But
Oh, because it can go farther.
yeah, if I play into this, he's not going to stop. So
Correct.
Fair enough.
Holy shit. Okay. So Andrew wakes up on top of a pile on which the sign is, I assume, at the bottom. Leighton, what are you doing with the goat? Are you gonna eat the goat, or you just brought it in to hang out?
Cow. We're here now.
Sorry, cow.
I mean, like, is everyone passing out?
It's getting to that point in the evening.
Alright, well, then, like,
Morning.
Okay, it's getting to that point in the morning.
How about we just have Layden wake up with like a gigantic chunk? Like he wakes up inside the cow. Like he ate a hole into the cow and then like fell asleep.
So like Tauntaun style, not Sir Micah style.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good for you, Layden.
Petrum,
Way to explore the darker side.
how do you spend the remainder of the evening/morning?
I'll probably just keep talking to her. I'll be too nervous though. Do anything.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
We'll just have a nice evening chatting.
She will tell you about how
I'll probably want to move upstairs though, because if there's a lot like of general kind of debauchery going on, that'll probably make it even more awkward. So
I mean, Micah is fucking aside 30
yeah.
feet from you, so yeah.
Can't really maintain concentration on a conversation.
No, you get. So she tells you, that she's relatively new to the city. She's been here about a year. Her favorite part of being in the city was exploring the Everfire, which is sort of a rift, underneath a volcanic rift underneath the city, whose magma supposedly contains magical properties, making it much easier to craft magical weapons and armor.
I'll perk up. I'm really interested in that, so I'll ask her about it.
Okay, it's defended by a group of dwarves called the Vigilant,
Okay.
who are always looking for adventuring help, because they are beset by Druger and Drow and the occasional Illithid. So they're
I've heard the Illithids suck like champions.
damn it. She also tells you that she tells you that she's grateful that you weren't interested in anything more than her company because she's still getting over a heartbreak. She fell for an adventurer who died about 2 months ago. He was trying to assist the Paladins of Tyr with clearing out one of the crypts. And he was focused on trying to solve the mystery of who had caused the dead to rise in the crypt, and tied it to a balding bird folk that came through the city with a group of dwarves.
Balding bird folk.
Yeah, they had something forged at the Everfire, but her paramour was unable to discover what it was before he was killed.
Oh, it's so familiar.
He was killed by the ghost of one of his other adventurers.
Oh, that's spooky. I give her my condolences, and I thank her for sharing the story.
She also tells you more pleasant stories as well, like about the time a halfling circus came through the town. The maiden at midnight actually managed to poach several of the acrobats from that traveling circus to work in the trapdoor room.
They're having some fun now, I think. Maybe.
So, do you travel with this Sir Micah often?
I've never used my real name.
True. Sorry. Do you travel with, what was it, Lord Dingle something?
Dinglesworth?
Dinglesworth. Do you travel with this Lord Dinglesworth often?
That wasn't the name he used either.
Recent companions.
Sorry, does anyone remember the name that he used? I don't have it written down.
It was like,
It was something Hugoback.
yeah, Booba
That's
Dabba
true.
Hoobadag.
You travel with Lord Hubeck often. Sorry, my apologies. She would have used the correct name. The DM is on new medication. So,
Names.
apologies.
we're recent or fairly new companions.
I see. He seems to be companions with just about anyone in arm's reach.
Hell yeah.
Hashtag truth.
He's a very open person.
It doesn't seem like
That's a nice way to put it. So nice of you, Petrum.
he's made those sorts of advances on you, though.
Hooer.
No, I mean there is the time, medication, but
That's right, you boofed me.
I imagine a man like that would go through many medications.
not only one that I'm aware of. But yes,
And what about the others you travel with? The blood-soaked boy, for example. How well do you know him?
as well as I know the others, he's very interesting. He's dealing with his own demons.
Perhaps literal ones, from what I saw.
Perhaps, yes.
And the young halfling lady. I didn't catch her name.
Mirabelle, she's probably the most level-headed out of all of us.
Out of all of you, you say? You seem pretty level-headed.
Well, I'm a giant stone man who wants to be
A real boy.
Wait, what do you mean you want to be a dwarf?
Well, I don't really want to be a dwarf, but I admire them.
Because I have an aunt that might know the right type of magic to make that happen if you were.
No. That's okay.
That's fine. My aunt is not the nicest creature upon Faerun.
Who's your aunt?
Well, her name is Zelia, and she lives a distance away. She raised me for a period of time.
And she's strict?
She was kind to me for the most part, a little cruel with visitors. She likes to play tricks.
I see.
And she has the magic to back that up.
She's a mage then, or someone who practices magic.
Somewhat similar to druidism, I would think.
Oh, I see. I don't know much of that.
Nor do I. I was punished for not really being able to take to it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
My mother was significantly more magical than me, and I think that not having my mother around, reminded her. I reminded her of my mother, and when I didn't have the same talents, well, you can imagine that was her. That was hard for her.
Yes. Beforehand, would she have shared with me what she does?
She is currently a escort at the
Okay.
Maiden at Midnight.
I see.
But before that, she mentioned that she was a traveler. She kept it kind of vague.
Okay, right. Sure.
After all, she's just getting to know you.
Right. Would it bring you peace if I maybe looked into this bird person?
I would hate to see another brave and charming individual die at the hands of whatever this creature is, but I also hate to think that my beloved is not resting peacefully because of whatever darkness this bird person brought with it.
So we're a tough group. We've been through quite a bit after during such a short time. So
It seems that if Talana has not yet slain your wild friend, that you must indeed be a tough group.
yes, I can definitely.
Talana is the goddess of disease, in case you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll talk to the group and see what they say. I can't promise anything, but I can definitely see what they think.
I know that you are uninterested in romance, but would it be alright if I gave you a massage until you fell asleep?
Like a heel-back massage.
She'd like to massage your dick until you fall asleep.
It's not that I'm not interested. It's just I'm not. I spent a lot of my formative years with a bunch of dwarves in a bush. So
Dwarves have some pretty strict ideas about the romantic behaviors and the proper environment in which to conduct them.
yes, they do. So it's not that I don't think of you any. It's just I'm not.
She shrugs and says, "That's fine. I'm grateful for the time.
Hmm.
Although I am also not entirely unwilling. I understand your desire to wait."
Thank you. There was
All
this
right.
really nice dwarf back in at the Glen. She was nice.
Oh, you have a paramour.
I mean she let me use her forge a few days. She was really good smith. But nothing came of it or anything like that.
She smiles and says, "Well, if you ever change your mind about that body shifting spell."
No, I'm good. But thank you.
All right. So Layden wakes up in a cow. Petrum, if you need to roll any healing dice, roll them at +1 for your
I'm good.
restful night.
I don't think I took any damage. I'm
Okay,
good.
then we will give you a advantage on your first mental ability score check
Cool.
for the next until your next long rest. It is 10:30, so I think we're going to end and pick up here next time. Debauchery out of our systems, hopefully.
Well, Sir Micah did say it could go into the following.
God damn.
I was like, isn't debauchery around if Sir Micah's around?
Oh dear lord, what did I
But
sign myself
honest.
up for?
Debauchery.
True.
Sweet dreams, everyone.
So how much experience do we get for watching Sir
So
Micah?
much experience.
Oh dear lord.
Did Sir Micah get any money for winning the bet? Or
No,
did
because
he?
no one took the bet.
Oh, I see.
You all said no. I'm not gonna bet on that.
I didn't know.
And
I didn't
I
know.
think Sir Micah got some experience all over his face.
That's accurate. I'm gonna say you get 15 social experience because I don't know how else to quantify that shit.
Halfway to level.
I explored numerous bodies.
No, you're not getting exploration
Exploration.
for this shit.
I guarantee I had a sword fight with another dude with my dick. That's combat experience.
Nope. Fucking nope.
Just saying, dims the rules.
Love it.
Nope.
Worth a shot.
I feel like I'm behind you on this one.
Somebody was.
Hi-oh.
Why?
I
Just
set him
why?
up, you knock him down.
Because it's fun.
Alright. Well, thank you for watching. We'll join our heroes next time. I have
Bedroom
no
heroes.
clue. I have no clue what they will be doing. I think that Petrum has a bit of a plan. I'm not sure. Not sure what's going on. But
I've got a plan.
then again, I never do. Maybe we'll go on some sort of adventure.
I've got a plan.
So Micah's got a plan.
What is the plan? Why am I asking? But fine. What is the plan?
We're gonna at least do this for one more night.
Okay.
Maybe it'll be.
Bring me all the signs.
Debauchery Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, I guess.
It could be an expedited night.
And then maybe adventure will happen. Maybe D&D. I don't know. Stay tuned, I guess, just to see what crazy shit they do. Yeah, let's go with that. Stay tuned for whatever craziness is to come.
Perfect.
That should be the tagline under my portrait.
Stay tuned.
For what crazy shit about to do.
That's true. Well, good night, everyone. We will answer the call to adventure next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,